Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the solar eclipse. It's coming up this Saturday and will be visible here in Northwest Florida. Now, totality won't be visible here, but we'll start off at about 10:12 in the morning. It peaks at 12:15. 70% of the sun is not going to be visible. The moon we'll see the shadow. The moon will pass in front of it, and the eclipse ends at 1:52. Totality will stretch from the Pacific Northwest down through Texas and out into the Gulf of Mexico. But again, for our area, we'll be at about 70%. But you notice over Northwest Florida, we're expecting pretty good conditions across our area. So some good news here. Now, reminders with a solar eclipse. This isn't a lunar eclipse. This is a solar eclipse. Don't look at directly into the sun. Sunglasses do not provide sufficient protection. Only look at the sun through an approved solar filter. And even safer is to observe indirectly by projecting the sun's image with a pinhole or binoculars. Now, if you want to make a pinhole projector, you're going to need a pencil foil, tape, paper, scissors, and a shoe box, ideally. You can use a cereal box as well. What you're going to do is you're going to cut 2 holes out on one side of the box. You're going to take a piece of foil, tape it up, and put it over the side of one of those holes in the box. After that, you're going to go ahead and punch a small hole with the tip of the pencil into that piece of foil. After that, you'll take a couple pieces of tape on a sheet of white paper, place that at the far end of the box, put the lid on the box, and there you have your pinhole projector. What you'll do is you'll end up looking through the larger hole. Then you're going to put your back to the sun, so the sun will be shining kind of over your shoulder through that foil part of the box in that pinhole that you created with the pencil. Light will pass through that pinhole to the back of the box, and you'll see the moon shadow pass overhead, and there you see about 70% obscured, but that's going to be how you look at it with a pinhole projector. So just a reminder, again, we're going to be talking about 10:12 it starts, it peaks at 12:15 at 70%, and ends at 1:52 on Saturday. Totality starting off in the Pacific Northwest, passing down through Nevada, California, all the way into Utah, passing over the Four Corners region, and eventually through New Mexico on into Texas and out into the Gulf of Mexico. And you see it passing over into Texas there, and eventually over places like San Antonio and Corpus Christi for totality. Now, as far as another opportunity to check it out, don't forget you can always get these solar viewer glasses. Now, these aren't like the 3D glasses that you get at the theater or anything like that. As a matter of fact, you can hardly see anything. Basically, the only thing you'll be able to see through these things is the sun. Now, I'm looking at studio lights right now, and I can barely see anything at all. But if you have some of these laying around, you can use those. There's another eclipse coming up in 2024. You might want to go ahead and order some glasses. It won't obviously be here in time for this eclipse, but we'll have another chance in 2024 in the spring. And here's a pinhole projector that I created with a cereal box, and there's the one hole, there's the foil, there's the other hole, and in there, if you look real carefully, you can see the white sheet of paper in there. So that's how another way that you'll be able to do it. And we all have cereal boxes laying around. So again, happy viewing this Saturday for the solar eclipse here in Northwest Florida.